Hey everybody, and welcome back to the 9 Pixels channel. We got another abandoned car here. It's your boy Luke with another video. Gonna show you where this week's abandoned car is, and this week we actually have the Nissan from Need for Speed Underground 2 that was actually Rachel's Nissan. So if anybody remembers that green car in the case, that real badass car that I'm sure everybody wanted to drive because the real hot girl from the game actually had that car. It was like, oh, we want that Nissan. So this week we're actually going to show you exactly where it's at, and just want to thank everybody for actually watching the video. And if you're watching this and you've watched last week's videos and you're starting to see every week we're showing you where the abandoned car is, take a moment to like and subscribe. Be greatly appreciated. And this week the abandoned car is actually down here by the drift dealership, and it's going to be right in this area. It's actually going to be down here in the lower part. If you know like where that underground parking is, you did some race there in the story mode of the game where you kind of had to do the circuit kind of style race, the laps down here underground. So that's exactly where that car is going to be. And we've actually got a car down here before. I believe it was the, if I'm trying to remember correctly, I want to say it was the old was it the white RX-7? I think they gave us a white and green RX-7. It was a couple months back, but if I remember correctly, that's where it was. So yeah, right where this blue X is right here, that's where we're going to want to go to get the car. So your quickest points to, there's actually a lot of close points. You can either go to the drift dealership, the gas station that's right up here over to the left. That's probably one of the best places to go right there, just because that will give you a shot to just shoot right down the road here and kind of pop over to where the cones are, kind of have like hazard cones for you to drop right down. So, and then I wanted to give everybody a good look at the map so that way they can see where it's at and actually give you the destination, how to get down to here. So you're gonna come across a couple quick travel points right here. Like if I can see 1, 2, 3, 4. There's at least 4 spots you can fast travel to just to get down to here. But what's the fun in fast traveling when we have these badass cars in this game? So like, it is called abandoned cars and supercars. So obviously we need to show you a supercar. So this week I wanted to drive my fully maxed out Chevy truck, and this C10, I mean, this is probably one of the most badass vehicles I have, period. One of the things I really loved about Need for Speed, and do continuously love about Need for Speed, is just the ability to take some of these older cars and just turn them into these wicked, rad, hot rods with badass customization. To me, that's what Need for Speed's about, and I think they're going in the right direction with the things that they're doing with the game, especially since they kind of, like, I want to say not rebooted the series, but the game series has definitely felt different since it came back on the new generation of consoles with Need for Speed Rivals, and then they rebooted it with Need for Speed, and this one I think was a real good step in the right direction. Now I think that they're giving us these abandoned cars that are my generic transition there. So actually, this is right here. This is where the abandoned car is. I'll kind of go back to what I was talking about here in a minute. But just as easy as that. Come right around that corner, and boom, it's sitting right there. And you'll just fall right off that ledge, and as soon as you do, you can just get right in the car. I actually found that the police chasing this was extremely easy. And when you first drive it, you might not feel like, well, this is what the chick from Need for Speed Underground 2 was driving this slow ass thing. This was that beastie ass car we thought that we could get. Trust me, once you get on some open road, it definitely has more power than you think. But a little low level too. They never really give us anything too great as far as the abandoned cars, you know, with the high levels. So 187 seems to be right around the average number, and I think that's what this one was. It was a level 187. And I'm gonna let the whole police chase play out just to show you how easy this is. There have been some ones where you're driving the bugs and stuff that, you know, they max out at like 100 miles per hour. Definitely have had some tough times with some of these, what I think in this game was just overpowered police. But I want to see Need for Speed improve on this. I think there's a lot. That's one of the things I was talking about. Like, they're definitely taking a step in the right direction, giving us these abandoned cars from, you know, Need for Speed Underground 2 right here, and the Need for Speed Most Wanted. And I think they're doing that for the fanboys, the people who grew up playing these games. I've said before on previous videos, I grew up playing not even these, like the Most Wanted series on the computer, Hot Pursuit, like things like that. So I really want to see them kind of take back that kind of style. I would even appreciate if they did something kind of like, almost kind of like what Call of Duty does, but how like Treyarch and the Infinity Ward make a game every year. If they did like an Underground series or Most Wanted or something like that, like a street racing style series, and then like a Hot Pursuit or you know, they're classic style games where they just really focus on making these cars look beautiful, getting every detail down to the T. Because this year they definitely made the cars look pretty good. You know, it's not that Forza level, and that's something that kind of disappoints me. Because I think Need for Speed they're owned by EA. EA, to me, I mean, they're the most powerful game company in the world, maybe. They got the best funding. Yet Madden never has any improvement, so I don't know why we expect anything different, but that's another video for another day. I just think they can do more than what they're doing. Hopefully they end up realizing the potential that they have here with this game. So as you can see, that very easy to get away from the cops this time around. And there have been some videos, like watch my last video, I think I actually got caught by one when I was live streaming. And you can see right here that like the car looks exactly the same, other than the license plate saying, you know, having the Need for Speed Underground 2 kind of on there. This is pretty much the same car from Need for Speed Underground 2, the 350Z. It's badass. So let's get it out on the airstrip. That's something I like to do with every abandoned car, and just kind of actually like test its performance. That was something cool too. I don't know if anybody remembers back in the previous Need for Speeds, you could put your car on the dyno. Man, miss that. Hopefully they bring that kind of stuff back. Like, I wanted to see them really get deep in this game, because I think with the way they've been doing the abandoned cars now for 2 years, like, they obviously see that the investment's out here on Need for Speed. So it just brings me back to the same thing. I have high hopes. I don't think that there's too much information out there for what the new Need for Speed is going to be. I think there are rumors that something's going to come out this year about it. So I'm going to keep trying to just do an abandoned car video every week, and do some other videos too. So in the future I got some drift videos planned, and my top 5 favorite cars on the game, and even go over like some creating videos where we create some cars and stuff like that. So if anybody has any ideas or anything they would like to see, don't ever hesitate to hit us in the comments section. Make sure, just look out for 9 Pixels everywhere on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and soon we'll probably be doing some Twitch videos too. It's me and my buddy Mike, and we're really trying to get something started from the ground up here, and just continue to make good videos. I know right now mostly of what we got is some Kingdom Heart videos and this Need for Speed thing, but I love the Need for Speed game. It's probably my favorite game to actually make videos for. I just have a blast doing them, and I'm going to keep making them, do the abandoned car video every single week. So if these videos help and you find the cars, or you're finding these entertaining on some of my thoughts about just not video games and Need for Speed in general, once again, you know, take a moment. If you could just hit the like button, give us a subscribe, make sure you hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any videos that we do. And I think the only appropriate thing to do now is just drive off in the sunset. So appreciate everybody for watching, and look out for another video tomorrow.